campaign. If I could just ask the Jewish members to raise your hands so you can see you're among friends. So, I think this is crucially important. My name is Rabbi Rosen. I'm the rabbi of a congregation in Evanston, Illinois, in the Chicago area. I'm also the co-chair of the Jewish Voice for Peace Rabbinical Council. And I am someone who considers my primary spiritual home to be the American Jewish community. And I'm here to tell you, if I have one thing to tell you, it is that our community is not monolithic on any issue, and it is certainly not marching in lockstep on the issue of church divestment. There are many constituencies in the Jewish community, and to my dismay, to my increasing dismay, what I would refer to as the Jewish establishment is often the voice that is the loudest and the voice that is given the most credence by the outside world. But the Jewish community is a wonderful, diverse kaleidoscope of many, many different points of view, many different members, and we are finding our voice. We are finding our voice in a very important way. So that is really my most primary message for you, is that you have friends in the Jewish community, and we are ready to stand with you. And I am thrilled that there are so many of us in this room, and that will be with you during the course of this conference. I grew up in the American Jewish community. As I said, it's my home. I grew up for most of my life as a liberal Zionist, and I identify with Israel. I've identified with Israel for pretty much my entire life, and I visited more times than I can count. But the trips invariably that I took were these hermetically sealed trips on one side of the Green Line that presented one image of Israel. And to be honest, I was afraid, like many Jews are, to venture to that other side, both physically and emotionally and spiritually. But what really caused a transformation in my relationship to this issue was meeting Palestinians like Daoud and Alex and Sandra and many others, and getting to know them as individuals, visiting their communities, and most important, seeing face-to-face the intolerable situation on the ground that is allowed to continue. That has caused, for me, an important political and spiritual transformation, and I believe that transformation is occurring in the Jewish community as we speak, especially among the younger generation. There is a different relationship to this issue, and we are finding our voice. We are also finding engagement with like-minded spiritual colleagues such as the United Methodist Church. I have found that it is possible to engage in this issue in a new way. I ended up taking 20 members of my congregation last year, a little over a year ago, on a trip that only visited East Jerusalem and the West Bank. We visited Daoud at his family's farm, among other places. And I knew that, like me, if I could get my congregants there to see it with their own eyes, they would understand why this has become so important for me. And it has been. It doesn't mean that we are monolithic within my congregation. I don't speak for my entire congregation. But we do believe that there should be a place for all voices in the Jewish community. And I would like to think that what we're trying to do, and it's very difficult, is to create a model for the Jewish community where we can truly engage honestly on this issue. I've been saying a lot about engagement, and I want to just say a few words about that. I think it's important to engage. I think it's important to create new relationships. On the issue of Israel and Palestine, there has been a great deal of engagement. There's been political engagement. There has been investment economically in peaceful pursuits in Israel-Palestine. But I want to say that if you are out to create real and lasting change, engagement is not enough. I come from a spiritual tradition, as you do, that says, do not stand idly by. And in Hebrew, the words idly by can also mean do not profit from the blood of your neighbor. That is a very, very important spiritual imperative, especially when you see that engagement is not working. And up until now, engagement has not worked. It has not manage to shift the oppressive status quo on the ground. And that is why something like a selective divestment is so crucially important, that we not profit from the blood of our neighbors. And it is painful, and it's difficult, I know, for many Jews, but I am here to tell you that I am saying to my Jewish colleagues, we have nothing to fear from friends like our friends in the United Methodist community and the Kairos response, that they are our friends and they are our colleagues in this work, and that we have nothing to fear from them. In fact, it is time to let go of our fear when we do that as a result of doing this work. So I am honored to be with you. I am humbled to be with you, and I want you to know that that there are many in the Jewish community that stand together with you in this very sacred work that we're doing together. Thank you so much.